Good morning, class.
Good morning, Ms. Erikson.
Have I got a lesson for you today? I am so excited to share it with you. But before we get started, let's go ahead and have Ms. Chloe come up and read our standards for us today. Find out our objective.
I can define which piece of textual evidence best supports my ideas about a text. I can analyze how an author makes connections between ideas, and I can analyze how the structure of a paragraph develops and refines key concepts.
Very good. Thank you, Ms. Chloe. I appreciate your help. All right, so let's take a minute and just look at these. The first I can statement wants us to use evidence, textual evidence. On the wall back there is a list of our standards, and we're going to have Mr. Bradley go show us which standard will be dealing with evidence, informational evidence.
Standard 1.
Standard 1, very good. Let's see what other standard we'll be working with today. If we are going to make connections between ideas, what standard would that be, Mr. Allen?
Standard 3.
Very good, very good. Why standard 3? Because it makes what?
Connections.
Good job, good job. All right, and our very last structure, which will be the main, our last objective, which will be our main point today. What standard is that, Morgan? Go show us back on the back wall which standard deals with structure. Standard 5, very good, very good. And that's where our lesson will go today. It will use those 3 standards to meet our objective, okay? All right, so very quickly, Ms. Erikson needs you guys to get in your groups. Go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, you guys, good job. Today we're going to have 3 different jobs in our groups. We're going to have the leader, and the leader's going to keep the folder and keep everything organized and everybody on pace. Then we're going to have a timekeeper that's going to watch the pace of the group to make sure that you are moving along in the time period allowed. And third is our material person, okay? So I'm going to give you about 30 seconds to a minute real quick to determine what jobs you will have in your group. Go! Very good, very good. I'm sure that all of our groups now have their jobs figured out. Let's go ahead and let our material people come get their folders. Good job, good job. The rest of you, make sure you have a book. Yes, please, and your cups. Good job, Hunter, good job. All right, everybody has their stuff? Very good. We're going to use our cups today to monitor the groups. Let's go ahead and have Donnie refresh us on what the cups stand for.
The cup's purposes are: green means you totally understand the assignments. Yellow means that you kind of have some trouble on your assignment. And red means you don't understand the assignment at all and you need help quickly.
Very good. So when your cup is on green, I know the group is working. When it is on yellow, I know I need to come as soon as I can. Because you're still working. And if it is on red, it lets me know I need to come to your group immediately. And if it's on red, should there be any talking?
No.
Good job, good job. So today, let's go ahead and open our folders and leaders distribute the work. This is a tool to analyze structure. Before we get on to our assignment, I would like to review the standard structure. Okay? Who can tell me what structure means by raising their hand? Nobody knows what structure means? Let's not be shy. Dalen, what structure? Well, give me a type of structure. Yes, Mr. Allen?
Cause and effect.
Cause and effect. Very good. Did we have any text that we read this year that had cause and effect?
Globalization.
Globalization. Very good. So we learned that the cause was technology and the effect was that the world is opening up and our jobs are coming together. Very good. Did we have another structure?
Sequence.
Sequence. What text did we read that had sequence? Frankenstein, Flowers of Algernon, was Prometheus. Very good. And so these are texts we've read and we looked at it. All right. We're going to look at another structure today, and it is called problem and solution. Does anybody know what problem and solution means? Elise?
Problem is a conflict and solution is a resolution to the conflict.
Absolutely. So today, let's look at our sheets in front of us. We're going to use this tool to do problems of sugar cane. So I want everybody to open our anchor text to problems of sugar cane. Remember, nobody says the page number because we all know how to find it from our skills. Very good, Noah. I see you using your table of contents. Good job. Good job. This group's ready. Very good. So, according to our title, Carl, with a big clear voice, what are we going to look at today? Very good. The problems with sugar cane. What are we going to do to figure out that? We're going to look at what?
The steps.
The steps. Okay, so in front of you is problems with sugar cane in your text. And we did a first read yesterday where we read it and we looked over the key ideas. Today we're going to do our second read and we're going to look at the steps of sugarcane production. The next thing, just like Elise told us very nicely, we're going to look at the problem. Elise, again real loud, what was the problem mean?
Conflict.
The conflict. Okay. Corresponding text. What does that mean? Evidence. I heard it real loud. Evidence. I don't want you to say in your answer anymore. We always have to support it with what? Evidence. So you will tell me what the problem is, and then you'll show me your evidence. You must include a parenthetical citation. You must tell me what page number you found it on. Okay, when we have problem and solution, what's the next step, Lisa, after you figured out that problem? What? The solution. Very good. And that's this column right here. You're going to come up with the problem, the text that supports it, and then solution. Do you think I just want you to write the solution, or do you want evidence from the text? Evidence from the text for your solution. If you put evidence, do you need a parenthetical citation?
Yes.
Good job, you guys. Let's go ahead and let me model the first one for you very quickly. What's the first step in growing sugarcane? Planting it. If we don't plant it, it won't grow, right? So we plant it and now it grows, right? Is there a problem with planting it? No. This is the easy part, okay? Let's all go to my textual evidence on page 26. Not hard to grow sugarcane. Let's all put our finger on that piece of evidence so you can see where I found it. Thank you. All right. So now what we need to do as a group is go ahead and continue our chart and see if we can finish it and work it out. Look at our problems and solution. I will kind of watch the groups, and when I see everybody get on like number 5, we're going to stop and we're going to look back up and share out our answers to make sure that everybody is doing it right and on the same page and we're getting it. And then I'll let you continue in your group work, okay? All right, so does anybody want to tell me what they're supposed to do? Yeah, Hunter.
Go up to number 5.
Real loud, Hunter.
Go up to number 5.
Okay, doing what?
Finding the problem and solution.
To what?
Steps in sugar production.
Very good, very good. Where would you find these problems, Carl? The passage. What's the name of the passage? Remember, loud and clear, big voice, big audience.
The problem with sugarcane?
Good job, good job. Now let's begin. Begin to use your cups if you need me. Collaborate as a group.
Cut the canes.
At the top,
The
27.
only way to make a lot of sugar is to engineer a system in which an army of workers swarm through the field, cut the canes, and haul the piles into
So syrup that flows into the boiler. So just put the pile, because how do you make a pile? You stack it. Yeah.
Alright, so let's put that. Quotation marks.
Ellipses.
No, yeah, ellipses. And cut the canes.
No, the pile. Just put the pile.
Where?
Right there. The pile.
The pile.
Then you have for your
Then ellipses
citation.
again. Then citations, then your parenthetical citations. Alright. Now the solution is,
Another quote to support that.
the solution is they need more workers. And we need to find a quote to support that. Let's see.
More workers.
Let's see.
Every step right, on time, together, or the whole system collapses.
Very
Means that
good. Yes.
last sentence,
Good.
first
Okay,
paragraph.
where we at?
Mass you must do everything.
Where masses of people must do every step right on time, together or the whole system collapse.
Put into bones. Okay, piles of cane. Bulky and hard.
We start at where?
Where masses.
Alright, ellipses.
And then the solution would be the mill is right next to the crop, so that they will.
So they put the milk.
Exactly, you guys, exactly. That is great. If it's too far to go, we relocated the mill. Great, good job. Okay, what do we have now? Okay, this group's ready. This group's ready. Okay. All right.
Where's the quote for that?
Absolutely great job. I'm walking around and I'm hearing some really rich discussion. At first I heard like, we can't find the solution. And we started to think about the problem and how you would solve it. And you guys were coming up with it very good. I'm so proud of you. That was awesome. So they harvest the cane. So what does that mean?
They cut.
They cut it. So they cut the cane. Now what do they do with the stalk after they cut it?
Put it in a pile.
They stacked it in a pile. Okay? So they're stacked it in a pile. What becomes the problem with this?
Yeah, that's
Too heavy and
bulky.
bulky. Very good. What page had your textual evidence? 26? Who wants to read that out for me? Go ahead, Brandon. Good job.
Piles of canes are heavy, bulky, and hard to move on.
Very good, very good. So we know that is it. So how did they resolve these bundles being so heavy? Where were they carrying them to? The sugar mill, and the mills were far away, so that was a long distance. So how did they resolve that? Okay, let's hear this group again real loud.
They built the mill. They brought the mill closer to the plantation.
Close to the plantation, or do they build it on the plantation? On the plantation, very good. So the mill was closer, so it was easier to get those heavy, bulky bundles there, right? Okay.
They have to bring it to the mill, then they grind it first, and then they boil it.
Did you guys find a quote for when she said put it on the plantation?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Where is it? Like I couldn't find
Hardin
it.
and Turnwood. So now you have your answer and you have part of your quote.
It's down here. For
number 4.
it says in the last paragraph, second sentence, it says the mill is right next to the crop, so that the growing and grinding took place in the same spot.
Absolutely. And so it could hardly.
Is that for the solution? The quote for the solution?
Yeah, that's the
So it's
solution.
the sugar content, right? And how do the owners make money? Sugar. So will that affect them economically? Very good. So the problem would be it would dry and cost them money, huh? Because there's a high growth.
What evidence did you put for this one?
Yeah, I was trying
Okay, so you're gonna look for a source that does what? Shows that they will lose money, right? Okay. So how are we doing here? Okay. Why do you have,
Because I can't find it. Yeah, I'm trying to look for this one
okay,
too.
why would it, what's the problem with grinding?
I know the solution for this one, but I can't find
Okay,
both
those
of
are,
these two.
will you have the same amount of sugar if it dries out? No.
It might not say, but you have to find it out, like break it down.
Okay, because if it dries out, are they gonna lose money? So what's better, to get more sugar or less sugar?
I don't know.
So why, so is there a problem and then a solution?
It could probably be this one. A plantation was not a new technology, but rather a new way of organizing, planting, growing, and cutting and refining. They weren't talking about the plantation, they were talking about the mill.
It doesn't say specifically.
But if it turns wood and hardwood, are you gonna lose sugar? So what do the owners want? Money. And if they're losing sugar, are they making money?
Well, I see they're talking about the
The
plantation.
problem then, it'll dry out.
Should we ask? Put the couple years.
You find a quote saying that? Okay. There's a quote saying, no problems. Good job. I see our cups on yellow. Sorry, I was helping that group right there. How can I help you, ladies?
We're having trouble finding the quote for when they moved the sugar mill, the mill onto the plantation.
Okay, did they say that was 27? Okay, growing and refining, let's see. This is Farmington, Masses. Read this for me, sweetheart.
The mill was right next to the crop, so that growing and grinding took place in the same spot. But we put that for the solution.
Okay, so that's what transport to the mill. But transport to the mill is not a step. When we put it in piles, we said that they were hard and bulky to move. So our solution was we put the mill next to them. Right? Okay. So now your sugar cane is at the mill. What's the next step?
It's to grind.
To grind it. Very good. And what might one of the problems be with grinding?
You have to do it quickly.
Very good. Why would you have to do it quickly? What do you lose?
Money.
Money. Very good. And so how would I make sure that my cane got ground very quickly?
By adding more workers.
Say it louder. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
By adding more workers.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There is all. So all you have to do is find your text about more workers. Absolutely. Good job, guys. Good job. Put your cup if you need it.
We're gonna put there were large groups of workers between 50 and several hundred.
Okay, for the solution, we erase the.
Give me 5.
For the solution, they put.
Good job. Good work.
Okay. There were large.
Wait,
They had to put more workers in order.
Better? Good.
They needed more workers.
the mill was.
Boil it. Good job. Good job. We're doing okay here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. Thank you, Brandon. So what are we going to do after we grind it, this group? Boil it.
Large people
workers
One of the problems with boiling.
between 50.
Absolutely.
For this one,
Absolutely.
the other one, but for the middle one,
And so
I'm gonna put time truly was money because grinding it, and then they lost the money if it wasn't done quickly. So I'm gonna put time truly wasn't money. I mean, time truly was money.
Yes, so what do you need for boiling?
time truly was money.
A pot, very good. And what do you have to put under it to make it boil? Fire. And what do you need for fire?
There.
So just keep looking at your book. How you doing, Xander?
Because time truly was money for the corresponding text.
And then number 5 was to boil it.
Very good, very good. And what would the problem be? What do you need to boil it?
Fuel.
Fuel. What kind of fuel? Kind of fuel do you think they're going to use?
The sugar cane.
They're going to use sugar cane?
I know what it is.
Wood. So they're going to put a fire under it with wood. Very good. So what is the problem? Do they have enough wood?
No.
Okay, look into that. How are we doing over here? Good.
Okay.
But I don't know the code for this one. It's
That is time was money.
Look, it says it right
Because
here.
time was money.
Absolutely, I like that.
truly was money.
If we're not recording the whole,
Do you have
quote,
it?
the whole thing, what should we
I just
in?
realized that we had just erased all that stuff.
The dots. What do we call the dots? Remember?
God, where have you been, Carl?
Starts with an E.
I don't
Okay.
know.
There you go, Mia.
Right here?
Good job.
Okay. The mill was right next to the crop.
They had to boil sugar. Oh, later on, sugar plants figured out that they could use the crushed cane
Good.
as fuel.
Listen to y'all. Good. Listen.
In order to keep those vats boiling, a great deal of wood to burn was needed.
So the rule was sugar. We did not have enough wood.
Didn't have enough. Wait, they didn't have enough wood to boil the sugar?
They did not have enough wood for
What do
fuel.
you have to do after you boil it?
Which one do you need?
So,
You there yet?
you see, it says right here.
If you boil it, what is it called after? ...
of wood to burn was needed.
Okay, what do you have to do to bring this up?
A
Good. And then good job, Bradley. All right, how we doing here? Okay, let's see. Absolutely.
great deal of wood was needed.
Very good. So what's the solution? What do they use?
The crushed cane stalks.
Give me 5.
Yeah.
That is exactly what I'm talking about. Very good. Did you share that with your group?
Yes, ma'am.
Good job. That is exactly what I'm talking about. How we doing? What do they need? Tell me.
What's the problem
Show me.
for packing the sugar?
For 6 and 7 is packed. For 6 is packed the
What
sugar.
did they found out that they could use? Look for it. Look down there.
For 7 is the sugar. Six is packed to sugar.
Very good. How we doing? Where are we at?
Packing the sugar.
Okay, pack the sugar. So
But is there even a problem?
you need crush. Okay.
I found a problem for the shipping the sugar.
For shipping the sugar? Let me see.
Not many places in the world offer rich land that can grow cane or near water so that the sugar can be
Perfect.
easily
Go ahead and
shipped to
stick that in that spot. Now that you have it, that's perfect. Did you, Xander, did you see that? Show him again. Xander, show Xander.
right here. After the part in parentheses, see, not many places in the world offer rich lands that can grow cane or near water that the sugar can
Okay,
be.
speak up, because I'm having a hard time hearing you. You're so right.
He said not many places in the world offer rich lands that grow cane or near water so that the sugar can be easily shipped to distant shores and are filled with trees ready to be cut down.
For this part, we're gonna show
Oh,
you
right here.
not many places in the world are near water so that those trees can be easily shipped to the shores.
Very good, very good, very good. So then, so where did they start building the plantations? Next to what? Water. Very good, very good. Absolutely perfect. And it made it easier to do what then?
Ship it.
Ship it, because the water's right there and they didn't have to transport it, right? So they brought the meal to the plantation and bet the plantation's right next to the water. Okay. So that's what we're looking here now, right? They could use crushed cane, not many offer rich lands, grow cane. Okay, near water, so it's shipped and cut filled. Okay, it didn't say anything about putting it in barrels anywhere.
On the other page, okay.
Okay, go ahead and look there. Let's see what it says. You found it?
Piles of cane are heavy, bulky, and hard to move, while sugar and tiny crystals can be packed into barrels and shipped by water.
There you go. She found it. I love it. I love it. Give me 5. That's what I'm talking about. Tell what page so I can help him.
26.
It's right here.
26.
At the bottom.
At the bottom.
It's the last, second to last.
I'm so proud of you guys. Good job.
So what's the problem?
Brandon, you are doing so well today. Good job. Let's now go really quick over the steps. What was the very first step?
Plant and grow sugar cane.
Plant and grow sugar cane. What's the second step?
Harvest the
Harvest the cane. Third step. Gather it in piles and bring it to the mill. Very good. What is the fourth step?
Grind it.
Grind it. Fifth step.
Boil it.
Sixth step.
Pack it. Pack it.
What is it?
Pack the sugar.
Package. Seventh step.
Ship the sugar.
Ship it. Very good. How did they package it?
In barrels.
And barrels. Very good, very good. So let's now have a little bit of closure. Let's put our papers aside and let's talk a little bit about what we learned today. We do come from a sugarcane area here in New Iberia, Louisiana. So we see sugarcane everywhere. So now we have a better understanding what's going on and what some of the problems are. So when they went to boil this sugar cane, what seemed to be the biggest problem there? Fuel. And what do you need for fuel? Wood. Did they have a lot of wood? No. Well, then how did they handle the problem? Crushed sugar stalks. So they kind of just recycled it. Very good. All right. Let me think of another problem. Okay, how are they going to ship this to market?
By boat.
By boat. So where are we going to plant the mill then? Where are we going to put the crop? Next to water. That's how we're going to solve it. Bradley, you're doing a super good job today. All right, I want to hear a little bit from this group right here. Tell me what the problem is about grinding.
It cost them a lot of money.
What do you mean it costs them a lot of money?
If it dries out, they won't be able to use it, so they lose money. By
Okay,
making sugar cane, because that's all they had money on.
very good. So do they make money from sugar?
Yes.
And if it dries out, do they have the same amount of sugar?
No.
So what would be the solution
They
then?
figured out they could use crushed
More workers
sugar.
to grind it quicker?
Yeah.
Very good, very good. So our next section that we're going to go on to, this is going to transition into our next section. So what do you keep finding out that we need more of? Workers. So what is this opening the door for? Slavery, forced labor, right? Very good. I like you guys. You did a really great job. You can go ahead and pack up and get your book sacks and have a great day.